You've been told the extreme heat in 2026 is because of climate change. But what if a 2,000-year-old Chinese medical text already mapped this out to the exact season? I'm Dr. Sang-hee Park, Doctor of Traditional Chinese Medicine and APRA-registered acupuncturist. Today, I'm going to walk you through why the Northern Hemisphere is experiencing intense heat right now, why this year's monsoon and rainy season will bring abnormally heavy rainfall, and most importantly, I'm going to correct a very common mistake people are making when they try to explain 2026 through the lens of 五运六气. Stay with me, this gets fascinating. The Northern Hemisphere is experiencing extreme heat in mid-2026. Following that peak, the monsoon and the rainy season will bring abnormally heavy rainfall. Both patterns are explained not just by climate change, but by a specific cosmobiological configuration embedded in this calendrical position for 2,000 years. 五运六气 is the cosmobiological forecasting system embedded in the Huang Su Wen, especially chapters 66 through 74, known as the 7 treatises on yunqi. In this system, every year is governed by 2 interacting layers of cosmic qi. 五运, the 5 period, describes how the 5 elemental phases rotate through the year, governing the overall climate tone. Liu Qi, the 6 qi, describes how 6 atmospheric influences move through 6 sequential stages across the year, each lasting approximately 60 days. Within Liu Qi, there are 2 tracks running simultaneously, Zhu Qi, the host qi. This never changes. It follows the same fixed seasonal order every single year. Ke qi, the guest qi. This rotates every year according to the heavenly stem and the earthly branch of that year. When the host qi and the guest qi of the same period share the same elemental nature, the effect is dramatically amplified. That is the key to understanding 2026. 2026 is the Bǐng Wu in the successionary cycle. The earthly branch is Wu. This determines the 司天之气, the heavenly governing qi for the entire year. For Wu years, this is the Shaoyin Jun Huǒ in Fire. This is the dominant atmospheric influence overseeing the year from above. Some practitioners say 2026 is a hot year because Bǐng belong to fire in the heavenly stems. Bǐng and Jing are fire. This is wrong, and this matters. Yes, in the basic 5 elemental classification of the 10 heavenly stems, Bǐng is associated with the fire. That part is correct. But in 五运六气, the heavenly stem determines the 大运, the central period, through the system of elemental transformation pairings. Bǐng pairs with the Xin, and together they transform into water. Therefore, Bǐng year, Shuǐ Tài Guò, water in excess. The overarching elemental tone of 2026 is actually excessive water energy, not fire, not heat. So if the year's Daun is water in excess, why is it so hot? The answer lies not in the annual period, but in the seasonal qi stages, especially the 3rd qi, 3日 qi. This table shows all 6 stages of 2026 with both the host qi, Zhu qi, and the guest qi, Ke qi, for each period. Stage 3, between May to July, double fire. Both the host and guest are fire, extreme heat. Stage 4, July to September, double damp earth. Both the host and guest are Tiān Jūn Huǒ, heavenly rainfall. The other 4 stages do not have this matching configuration, so their effects are more moderate. Zhu qi, the host qi of stage 3, Shaoyang Huo, minister fire, fixed every year. Stage 3 is the host qi is always a minister fire. This is the height of summer. Ke qi, guest qi of stage 3 in the Bǐng Wu year, because the Si Tian Zhi qi is impure fire, and the guest qi of stage 3 always equals the Si Tian Zhi qi. The guest qi is also fire, especially Shao陰君火, impure fire. Shuang Huo, double fire. 2 independent fire influences converging in the same 60 days window. In Wuwen Liu Qi theory, when the host and the guest qi share the same elemental nature, their effect reinforce and intensify each other. The Su Wen describes this as causing extreme heat, potential drought, and significant physiological stress, particularly affecting heart and the small intestine, and driving up pathological heat in the body. This is why the Northern Hemisphere is experiencing such extreme heat right now, not because Bing is a fire year, not solely because of industrial carbon emissions, but because stage 3 of 2026 carries a structural double fire configuration that was embedded in this calendrical position 2,000 years ago. Following stage 3, we enter stage 4, 4日 qi, running approximately from late July through late September. In the Northern Hemisphere, this is when the East Asian monsoon season peaks, and when many parts of the world experience their heaviest rainfall. Zhu qi, host qi of stage 4, is a Tiān Shi Tu, Tiān damp earth. This is always the host qi of stage 4, dampness, humidity, heavy atmospheric moisture. Ke qi, guest qi of stage 4 in Bǐng Wu year, Tiān Shi Tu, again, Tiān damp earth. Shuang Tu, double damp earth. In clinical terms, the months following the heat peak in 2026 are expected to bring heavy, prolonged rainfall and an epidemic of damp patterned illness, fatigue, bloating, brain fog, joint heaviness, and digestive dysfunction will be common presentation. If you're a practitioner, this is the time to support your patient's spleen qi proactively. I want to be very clear, I'm not dismissing climate change. Human industrial activity has altered the baseline. That is real. But what Wuwen Liu Qi shows us is that layered on top of the long-term trends are highly specific, predictable cycles of climatic fluctuations, cycles that operate on 60-year, annual, and seasonal timescales. The extreme heat of mid-2026 and the heavy rainfall that follows are not random anomalies. They are structurally predicted by a double fire stage 3 followed by a double damp stage 4. And critically, this year's heat is not the result of being a firestorm. Being is water in excess. The heat is coming from Tiān Jūn Huǒ and the double fire of stage 3.五运六气 is not superstition. This is a sophisticated system of pattern recognitions, one that maps the macrocosm of climate onto the microcosm of human physiology. Understanding what qi is dominant in any given season helps us anticipate the disease patterns, adjust the treatment protocols, and guide the patient in seasonal health cultivations. If you want to go deeper into this system, the full calculation method, clinical application, and how to adapt this for the Southern Hemisphere, I have a PDF study guides and a full lecture series available. Links are in the description below. I'm Dr. Sang Hee Bak. Thank you for watching.